What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm just going to be updating you guys quickly about how I blew my 50K funded account in just one single trading day, which is very, very unfortunate. Now, if you haven't seen the last video I posted, I explained that I wasn't ready to trade in the morning. I woke up late. I was groggy. I wasn't ready. I was rushing to get to my setup and mark up the charts. So overall, I just didn't come into this morning fully prepared, fully awake, fully aware, and I ended up paying the price by making a very stupid mistake. Long story short, I took $1,000 loss on MNQ instead of, a $362 loss on ES, right? And I let that carry over into Asia session, which I probably shouldn't have even traded Asia session, right? Because I usually trade a separate account for Asia session, not this account, which was supposed to be designated for New York, right? But because I couldn't let it go, because the emotions got to me, and I just couldn't accept the fact that, I hurt my account that badly on the first day, I ended up making it even worse by blowing the account, right? So even though I didn't take many trades, um, I still blew it, right? I revenge traded. I full ported Asia session. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because I really wanted to make that money back so I could feel like I'm starting with a fresh account, because being down $1,000 was, getting to me, right? But being down $1,000, honestly, with around $950 drawdown left, I probably could have made a comeback. I've done it many times on the 100K account, but because my emotions were just all over the place and I wasn't accepting of the fact that, I made that mistake, I ended up paying the ultimate price for it and blowing the account. So, because of this, I'm probably going to start the one trade a day challenge over all over again. Third time's the charm. And honestly, like, it's pretty embarrassing, right? Because I am posting all of this stuff, but I want to keep it transparent. I want to keep it consistent because I told myself that this year I would be consistent in posting content and, trading my plan. So, for the sake of that, I'm going to try again. No matter how many times it takes to get it right, I'm just going to keep on trying, right? To only take one trade a day for 30 days. So we're restarting the challenge, and I'm just gonna take this as a learning lesson, right? So what did I learn? Not to trade when I'm tired. Probably just continue to sleep if I'm gonna wake up late for the charts anyway. And then if I do make a big mistake, not to forcefully try to get it back and not to just give up on the account right away. Because I do be in that habit of just giving up on the account um if I hit a very bad loss, right? And I feel like I don't have a lot of drawdown left. But at the end of the day, even though these accounts are cheap, it's still money, and I'm still throwing away money for no reason by doing that, by just blowing these accounts, because it was still comebackable. You know what I'm saying? We were probably still able to make a comeback if I didn't, full port Asia session and try to make it back in just one day. So that's my fault, but I'm obviously gonna learn from this mistake. Hopefully, you know what I mean? I've been trading for a long time, and I still make these mistakes, bro, and it is what it is. So we're gonna try again, one trade a day. Really, really, really gotta lock in because this 100K account is still in good standing. I've brought it back after crashing out like multiple times by now. Now I'm up on the account around $1,300. So it's very possible to still get a payout from this account. So I'm going to be focusing on this account and get it to pay out by only taking one trade a day. So that's pretty much everything. But what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, I don't know, guys. It is tough, and it's been tough on my mental. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and it just goes to show that, you know, you just have to stay on your P's and Q's. You got to stay locked in through and through, day in, day out, and just be disciplined because profitability, right? It doesn't just automatically stay there. You have to consistently work towards it, consistently work to keep it. And just because you start getting payouts and even when you're consistent at getting payouts, um, if you let that discipline slip and if you let, your emotions get the best of you, that profitability can slip out of your fingers like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I feel like I'm going through right now. I've been trading for bruh, like 5 years, right? I got profitable after 3 years of trading, and I've gotten many, many payouts. You know what I'm saying? I was able to quit my job, right? Go full time, pay all my bills, pay all my debts. And at one point when I was making very consistent payouts, around five-figure payouts, low five figures, not nothing crazy. But I just got overly confident to the point where last year, I didn't make as much money because I was forcing, trying to make more, forcing, trying to scale. And by doing that, bad habits just started pouring in and becoming harder and harder to break. And that profitability literally seems like it was slipping from my fingers, right? And I had to catch myself and, you know, really look at what I was doing and look at myself and realize that, okay, I can't rush the process. I've been there before where I've made payouts, I made decent money, but if I want to scale, I got to do it the right way. I got to do it slowly. And that's the whole reason I even started this one trade a day challenge. So I'm just gonna keep on trying, man, and eventually we'll get back to that point where we're making lots of payouts and hopefully, not even hopefully, I know it'll be a lot more than the peak of my career. So stay tuned on this journey. I'm gonna keep on, posting and I got nothing to push, you know what I mean? I do have a course, I do have a Discord, but honestly, I'm just posting this for the love of the game and for the love of trading and for the love of self-improvement. So, if you guys are interested in the journey, go ahead and hit that follow button. Check out my social medias, links in the description below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.